Hello everyone, for this video it is an update to Lucifer, the end, just extra information. It's just like this little flyer that they usually release every time the product debuts. So we get a little bit more insight to how the parts work and everything, although not that much, just a little bit more clear detail. We're gonna go part by part and explain the whole thing and just sort of like do the full video that was meant to be done. So first of all, we obviously know that this is what the box looks like for Lucifer the End. It looks sick with the gold and the purple and everything. On TAKARA TOMY Mall, I believe the price is it I think it's 17 or 18. Let me double check. On TAKARA TOMY, first of all, this comes out on November 28th. Yeah, it costs $17.27, which in USD that's about 16 bucks, almost 17 bucks actually. And then after, I don't believe this is with tax or anything. And then after for Canadian, you're looking at about $21. I don't know if it's adding the tax, whatever. You get the idea. A wee bit pricey, right? A wee bit. But then again, it is a limit break base, so like, what do you expect? Like, it's part of the system. For those who don't know what the limit break system is, because I saw some comments on it, it is basically a system where really it's just like Mika Coolkin or Ark Bahamut back in God, where when it reaches like a certain point, the gimmick activates. In this case, the limit breaks are when it gets like the middle point, I guess. It activates. So Hyperion is like these little blades that pop out. Helios, I guess, is like this sort of like bound thing because it rotates like 180, whatever, and then it just becomes a bound thing. And Lucifer is like the free spin, so that's like the difference between the three of them. And they're all pretty unique in their own way. So going over each of the parts, we of course got our new Lucifer chip. There we go. So with Lucifer's chip here, a fallen angel Lucifer motif. A right-handed metal-mounted sparking, chip, not tip obviously. That hardens the lock with the rubber. Yeah, it's gonna be so cool. Somebody asked me where the metal is on this chip. Dude, I have no clue. I would maybe go with those little, like the really metallic purple sections and not the claws. That's my guess. I don't know how good it's gonna be for sort of just like stamina, but it's definitely gonna be useful for the limit break phase. Like Hyperion with that Lucifer chip, now we're talking. It's just really just a cool chip. They just did an amazing job with it, like really amazing. Okay, moving on to the next one, we have our ring, which is the end. That does not sound right when I say it like that. Okay, so basically how this works is it's like this. So I believe it's free spin, right? And then after like that little black part's supposed to drop down, and then after the two parts become free spin. So you just get this idea where it's like the two sections that are free spin, that kind of like parries and whatever, parries attacks. And there's like a little indent, I think it's like pink or whatever, that's kind of like open there. Although I'm not sure if the pink, it doesn't mention that there's any rubber on this thing. I don't think there's any rubber. Now someone, if I am wrong on this and there actually is rubber on this ring, please tell me, because I don't recall them saying. If I am wrong, I am wrong. Just to go over the ability thing that they kind of just show so you get the idea. So honestly, for my thoughts on this, it's gonna be pretty cool. Pretty cool. It just seems like it's gonna be good. It just seems like. Think of it like this. Even if it doesn't do the best against right base still, it's gonna murder lefts. Like, I'm worried for Rage. I'm worried for Rage long in this. Unless it manages, if Rage can still manage to KO it easy, then I guess. But if this manages to still somehow stay after like the initial hit, oh boy, oh boy. Okay, let's go over to the next one, which is our disc, which, I need to mention this. So obviously you just automatically the Google Translate on the page. The disc is not called Emperor, it is called Ko, K-O-U. The reason why I put it as Emperor is because when you do the literal English translation, you get it to Emperor. But they write it down as the Japanese lettering, so we call it Ko, K-O-U. That's the same reason why it's called Showa no and not Super and King. So it's Ko. So ignore the Emperor part. Forget that. Forget whatever you just see on the Emperor, forget it. So It really just looks like Python, like Hasbro's Python. It's very like, it's weird. It's like 11, like for the shape on the sides, and it's kind of like pointy there. If it has good life after death, it has good life after death. I hope it does. I just hope it has really good stamina, and it just looks weird. Next up, all right, we have got Drift. Now, Drift looks wacky, dude. Drift looks like a hypersphere driver, I swear to God, man. A defense driver with free rotation shaft surrounding a large guard. Okay, it's like shorter Mobius, wider guards. That's basically what it is, man. It's like a shorter Mobius, man. It's just a shorter Mobius with a wider guard, I mean, hey, if it somehow has better life after death than the actual Mobius, go for it. Yeah, I mean, it'll probably be, I don't know, maybe it'll be better or on par. I don't know. As far as my overall thoughts for Lucifer the End, I don't want to really just go on repeating myself. I think it's pretty cool. And, you know, we've seen stuff like the toy flyer that was released in stores. Because, dude, Lucifer the End has been crazy with info. So the original info was from a listing that was from a toy store, and the other one was a picture from a flyer from the toy store. I think people are confused because it's not from the Korokoro. It is indeed from the toy store. And then after, we got the images, fish from TAKARA TOMY Mall, and then after we got, you know, the breakdown of the parts. So let me know your thoughts now that you've sort of just heard this update of information for Lucifer. If there's any extra stuff, like anything from the episode or whatever, I'll probably add it on post, so you'll probably see it at the start or whatever as I'm talking, but I'm excited. I hope it's good. Hope it can handle lefts and rights. And we're gonna see in about 2 weeks' time. Also, because I should be launching this on the Friday, please do not ask me about the limit break set. Whenever we get it is whenever we get it. I say this because every time there's a new release, and if we don't get it somehow on time, the people comment like 50 times saying, do the review. I get peeved on it. Yeah, well, have an amazing day, stay safe, and bye.